Good to have you back on the channel. I'm glad you tuned in today. Your time here is not wasted. More to gain. In a recent development, the East African nations known as the East African Community, abbreviation EAC, has announced it will launch and adopt a single currency by 2023. I think you want to know the countries that comprise the East African Community. Well, they include Burundi, Tanzania, Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, and South Sudan. And a new member of the community is the Democratic Republic of Congo. And in total, the East African Group of Nations consists of 7 members. According to a report, the idea behind the proposed use of single currency by EAC is to harmonize monetary and fiscal policies, vis-a-vis financial payment and settlement system, etc., etc. Okay, that said, you see, my concern as regards the proposed single currency is thus: whether this is another quote white elephant project, end quote. A project good on paper, doomed to fail because of lack of commitment and lack of effective project management. I mean, lack of portfolio management put in place to initiate and execute the project. I mean, the set objectives. Or perhaps the proposed vision will be achieved. Stay tuned. Let us examine and analyze the proposed vision for a single currency. Grab a cuppa, of course I mean a cup of tea, and then subscribe. Thank you. Meanwhile, let me quickly tell you about the brief history of EAC. You see, according to a reliable report, the EAC predates the history of the Organization of African Unity, now named the African Union, meaning the East African Community EAC existed before the AU, and it was created in 1967. To inform you, the EAC then was created to foster political, socio-economic, and cultural cooperation among the peoples of East Africa, and to acquire a common voice in international affairs. And then the EAC in 1967 comprised of Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda. So, you want to ask what happened? Why did EAC become less active? Good question. You see, in June 1977, member countries failed to agree on the General Fund Service budget. Kenya, for instance, refused to commit any funds to finance the 1977/1978 budget and announced its withdrawal. And in another development then, Tanzania shifted to South when it became dissatisfied with both Uganda and Kenya's economic and political system. The pursuit of Tanzania national interest therefore led to the collapse of EAC in 1977. Consequently, the failure to keep afloat the General Fund Service, the EAC ceased to operate in July 1977. That said, you see, despite the collapse, nonetheless, it did not erase the spirit of collaboration among the East African nations. And then, between 1990s and 1999, the EAC came together again, and ever since then have made rapid progress up to today, 2022. Moving on, let me quickly examine and tell you about the achievement of EAC to date in 2022. I'm referring to East African Community now. Okay, before I examine the single currency, let me examine what we've achieved today. Listen to this, please. 1. Education and skilled labor. East African Community aims at creating centers for excellence, centers of excellence in the community. Question is how? Good question. EAC aims to provide quality and training and education designed to meet the standard skills needs like technical innovation for all member nations. Another question is, so now what step have they taken to achieve it? Good. Well, they have introduced free visas and provided for students from member states to study at the university within this community. Wow. 2. Joint tourism promotion initiatives. These East African Community partner states sign important protocol that will help in promoting East Africa as a single tourist destination and will result in attracting more tourists and increase the contribution of the tourism industry to the East African economy. Okay, what step have they taken so far? Answer: a single East African tourist visa for the EAC country of Kenya, Rwanda, Uganda have been made available since 2014. 3. Transport and communications. The main objective of the agreement are to facilitate interstate road transport through reduced documentation of crews and vehicles at border crossing, essentially to enable collaborations among the member nations and bring about consensus vis-a-vis licensing, customers, and immigration regulations. So, what is or are the advantage of this strategy? Well, according to the latest statistics, it has made it easier and quicker for traders from one member country to trade with traders from other member country. Wow. 4. The harmonization of monetary policy and fiscal policy vis-a-vis the proposed single currency. Well, I will explain in detail. Just stay with me. Okay, now, just like any new project at the initial stage, the EAC also have its share of shortcoming. For instance, the imbalanced benefits like different priorities within the EAC, different growth acceleration, and frustration in the currencies within the member state. And again, this is what the proposed single currency would resolve. Okay, before we examine and analyze the single currency, let us look at this data or statistics, if you like. All the metrics which are examined now could be a key element to assessing whether or not the single currency is viable and achievable within the community. That said, well, it may surprise you to hear that 7 of the fastest growing economies in Africa are a member of the EAC. And please listen to this data. And this data is not generated by me. It is the report of the International Monetary Fund. The recent report release. It's the World Economic Outlook database for October 2021. Now, Rwanda at number 2 in 2022. This year projection is 7%. By 2023, 8.1%. Wow. I'm referring to fast growing economy now. South Sudan at number 7 in 2022, 6.5%. And by 2023, 5.6%. Kenya at number 11 in 2022, 6% now. By 2023, 5.7%. Democratic Republic of Congo at number 16 in 2022, 5.6%. By 2023, 6.6%. And then we have Uganda at number 23 in 2022, 5.1%. And by 2023, 6.6%. Tanzania at number 24 in 2022, 5.1%. And by 2023, 5.5%. Okay, now. Other factors to consider includes the following. 1. Capital investment. What do I mean? Several biggest infrastructures are going on in Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda. For instance, Kenya just finished the construction of the 1,000 kilometer standard gauge rail. And Tanzania also completed and launched the third phase of the Tanzania standard gauge project. Wow. 2. All the members of EAC enjoy stable government. And you and I know that a stable political atmosphere is an enabler for investment and growth. 3. Enabling the environment to do business. Most of the bottlenecks have been removed. In Kenya, for instance, you can register your business online. And in other East African countries, there are incentives like tax rebates, etc. 4. Most of the members' nations are export-driven regions. They don't just import goods. For instance, Kenya is the largest exporter of flour with over $500 million in revenue in 2018. Rwanda also exports coffee and tea. Tanzania exports larger percentage of tobacco and coffee. And South Sudan has abundance of oil for export. And there are iron ore, quality diamonds, gold, and monazite in the Republic of Congo, the Democratic Republic of Congo rather. And the untapped deposit in DRC is estimated to be over $24 trillion. Wow. Number 5, enabling environment for tech hub. Kenya is already leading in this area. Kenya $1 billion software hub is home to more than 200 entrepreneurs and well-established businesses, including IBM, Intel, and Microsoft. While Rwanda follows Kenya closely in Tech Hub, Rwanda is often referred to as Tech Hub of East Africa. In the latest development, Kigali Innovation City is being constructed or completed by now in 2022, and it will be an African-focused innovation hub and an ecosystem of technology clusters. This innovative effort is the first of its kind on the continent. It will have a pan-African development impact both in terms of economic and human capital. The Prime Minister of the Republic of Rwanda, Honorable Ngure, said. Now, listen to this. Above all, most of these 6 out of 7 nations within the EAC speak or understand one common language. Lingua franca. And language binds people together. Language is a powerful tool. It creates a sense of belonging. In addition, the population is also leveraged in nation building, vis-a-vis great mind, diverse and creative people, etc., etc. Now listen to this. Burundi, Kenya, Rwanda, Tanzania, Uganda, with a combined population of more than 125 million people and a land area of 1.82 million square kilometers and a combined gross product of 73 billion in 2009. Gross domestic product, that's the GDP of $73 billion in 2009. Bears a strategic and political significance and prospect of a renewed and reinvigorated East African community. Wow. Having said that, all the metrics mentioned a few minutes ago, no doubt, will be a good catalyst for one single currency to succeed. Okay, now in summary, the single currency enhances price transparency and facilitates comparison. It promotes and encourages competition. More competition results in lower price and greater innovation, in turn leading to newer and better products and services for consumers. So in effect, the EAC will be able to leverage on single currency to harmonize monetary and fiscal policies, vis-a-vis financial payment and settlement system, etc., etc. Well, so what do you think about the single currency? I'd like to hear from you. Okay, here comes the best part. Subscribe, like, and comment. Remember, the goal is to generate wealth, build companies, and create jobs. Bye now. See you soon. Thank you. Bye.